Now, let's take another subject. And here's a dangerous one. Since the country is corrupt, and there's no curing it, there's jails and pills. That's it, mental hospitals. No cure for any of it. There's no cure for PTSD, I got it. But at the same time, if I can do that, I can cure everything that leads up to it, because it's even easier. But the soldiers, being noble, it's easier for men who have really experienced horror and been tormented. They're more ready than the average citizen who is a wimp, you know, and is lukewarm in everything. There's no spirit there. Give me a rebel, give me the worst person in jail. I'll turn him in, if it's possible. And it mostly is, because he's so angry at society and angry at what they do to stop him. See? And they have that use the law and have imperfect people trying to fix him. Like one flew over the cuckoo's nest. The people in the insane asylum are smarter than the doctors. So what rises up over us are parents and teachers and rabbis and priests and government that's worse than enough. So no wonder it's almost impossible to get better, because only the ones who are bullies get ahead. And every now and then you have a free spirit that makes it. And all you victims hate me. Well, not all of you, but some, you know, all the victims, except a few whose hearts are in the right place. But you can't determine who that is. But there's also a dangerous one. And since I've gone through a litany of all the other effects, is this, that women will often accuse a man of raping her when he's married, or accuse a man of raping her when it's consensual. And the reason for that is they've been violated. In other words, they've been raped. And such a thing, a decent woman wants to put that from her mind. She doesn't know how to admit it. She may want to tell her parents, but they wouldn't believe her. So they begin to hate the parents. And when you hate your parents, and you can't tell them, you tend to, if you come home from school and the teacher's angry with you, and you've delivered that child to the authority of the system, so if you try to if the little kid tries to tell the parent, the teacher did this to me, immediately the parent, not knowing how to deal with authority, will say, oh no, you won't believe it. So the violator so there's an annulment of loyalty to the teacher or to the system, to the rottenness of the system. So the teacher represents the rottenness. It's not just the teacher. And the kid may not be able to learn. Why? Because when you force a person to learn, you learn from books. And you've got the spirit pushing you to read those books and to learn them. And so in order to defend your soul, the corruption of your soul, to keep the spirit of the teacher out, you refuse to do what the teacher wants. So you reject books, you reject learning, thinking that you kept the teacher out, but you've let the teacher in as well. See that? And the teacher doesn't, and if you're successful, if you're a good student, you become one of them and you become a member of the government. You get a degree and you're one of them. It's so bloody subtle, but it's got to be unmasked. And so what I need to do is help the people who want to be helped first. And then with those people we'll get the others. Because in other words, you need to have war. You need to have psychological warfare where the people who are good, decent, need to stand up in such a way that they all have this strength. And those other people can't do it. Now let me come back again to that other idea, as I'm weaving a pattern here. If you have what I'm talking about, if you find what I'm talking about inside yourself as a gift, it's an unmerited gift, it's a gift, it's heaven sent. It's not of this world. It's in the world because you want it in you. And so when you if you go out in the world and you get tempted by somebody meaner and stronger, we call that one the beast, because He feeds on your failing. He's got no life of his own. He wants to take your life, even if he has to kill you. That's Saddam Hussein type and all his minions. They just suck on the people's lives, and they're addicted to it, can't stop. Separated God, even the soul needs life force, even if you have to steal it from other people. Vampire.